In the Simpsons movie, there's a scene where Russ Cargill, the shady Environmental Protection Agency guy who wants to destroy Springfield, approaches President Arnold Schwarzenegger with a proposition. He says, "Mr. President, pollution in Springfield has reached crisis mode." And President Schwarzenegger replies, "I hate this job. Everything's crisis this and end of the world that. No one opens with a joke." Well, President Schwarzenegger had a point. The point being that sometimes the best way to make your point isn't to point out your point right away. Sometimes it's more effective to start by entertaining, relating to, questioning, or even dramatically challenging your audience before you introduce your claim. And that's where the hook comes in. The hook is the first thing you say to your audience to get their attention and get them to care about your topic. It's called a hook because it has the ability to grab your audience's attention, just like a fisherman's hook can grab a fish from the water. The hook is important because since it's the first thing that you say to the audience, it's really your time to shine, to impress the audience and get them to want to hear the rest of your speech. Remember, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. Now, there are a number of different types of hooks, and no one of them is necessarily better than the others, but you do want to choose a hook that's a good match for the tone of your particular speech and for your personal strengths as a speaker. So let's take a look at some different types of hooks and the advantages and challenges of each of them. The first type of hook is what I call the killer claim. It's when you hook the audience with the claim itself. No fancy stuff, no hot sauce, no bells and whistles. You just straight up introduce your problem with an actionable solution, with a who, a what, and a why that are applied. For example, in order to give more people an opportunity to earn a living wage, the government should raise minimum wage to $15 an hour. Straight up. Pretty conventional, but conventional can at times work wonders. The advantage of the killer claim is that it gets straight to the point. Your audience instantly knows what you're getting at with no beating around the bush. The challenge of using your claim as a hook is it's honestly not the most creative or sensational approach. And while there's more to a good essay than just style, if your opponent's speech or essay is as good as yours in every other way, a judge's decision might just come down to style and creativity. Using the claim as a hook works best for speeches with a straightforward tone, speakers who like to get straight to the point, or claims which are so radical all by themselves that they need no fancy introduction. The next type of hook is the inflammatory factoid. It's when you hook your audience with a particularly moving, surprising, or shocking fact to support your claim. An example would be if your speech was in support of year-round schooling to say, students from countries with year-round schooling consistently have X% higher scores in math. You might even be able to use an inflammatory factoid that specifically hurts your opponent's case. That way you can get the audience on your side, or at least get them off your opponent's side, early, before you even get your speech really going. For instance, if you were to start a political campaign speech by saying something like, "My opponent has given billions of dollars to corporations which hurt the environment." The advantage of the inflammatory factoid is it instantly builds interest in your topic. The challenge is to choose the best fact. Not just any fact, but one worthy of kicking off your speech and capable of hooking your audience. The next type of hook is a story, or what I call the irresistible tale. The story is a hook which sets a scene by playing on drama, empathy, or role play, etc. An example, meet little Kenny, a good boy with a kind heart. His kind heart will cease to beat if you don't help families like his get health insurance. The advantage of using a story as your hook is it gets your audience to instantly care about your claim. If you can get them to care about your story, hopefully you can translate that into them caring about your claim. The challenge is, if your story is the most interesting thing about your speech, it might end up being more of a distraction than a connection. You don't want to lead with the story of Kenny the kind-hearted and then get into all these statistics about health insurance and leave your audience feeling like, hey, whatever happened to kind-hearted Kenny? I want to hear more about him. The irresistible tale is best used when the story is relevant, moving, and short enough to power your point without overpowering the point. The next type of hook is a question, or what I call the curious query. And guess what it does? Well, it does the same thing I just did, just hopefully a little more cleverly than I just did. It leads with a question. It starts by asking your audience something. An example would be if you started your speech by saying, "Everybody loves oatmeal raisin cookies, am I right or am I right?" Now see, the advantage of starting your speech with a question is it automatically gives your audience something to do, something to respond to. The challenge of starting your speech with a question is it's less effective when your audience doesn't answer your question the way you predict they will. So once again, what if you started your speech by saying, everybody loves oatmeal raisin cookies, am I right or am I right? Raise your hand if you like oatmeal raisin cookies. And no one raised their hand. I feel for you. So the trick is, starting your speech with a query is best used when you can come up with a question that's relatable enough where you can pretty well predict how your audience is going to answer. And you should still have a recovery ready in case they don't answer so predictably. The last kind of hook is the humorous hook, or what I call the coy comedy. It's a type of hook that uses something funny, ironic, sarcastic, or otherwise subversive to win the audience over. For example, you might start your speech by arguing against having school open year-round, saying, "Hey, let's have school year-round," said no student or teacher ever. The advantage of using humor as your hook is that when it works, it really works. The listener instantly likes you. According to Medical News Today, laughter releases so-called feel-good hormones, which may promote social bonding. Now, this isn't a popularity contest, and your argument should be more about the point than about the person. But getting the audience on your side can help get them on the side of your claim. And if humor helps get them on your side and then on your argument side, so be it. The challenge of using humor as your hook is when humor falls flat, it's really awkward. Few things are more awkward than when someone says something that was obviously supposed to be funny and no one laughs. I just flew into town and boy are my arms tired. See? The humorous hook works best when it fits the overall tone of your speech. That doesn't mean that the whole speech has to be funny. In fact, if your speech is really serious and fact-filled, a little humor here and there can give it that human touch that helps it come across more naturally. But if your speech is dealing with matters of life and death, leading with a joke can be a real mismatch. It can make your audience feel like you're not taking your subject seriously. And if you don't, why should they? Bottom line, the humorous hook is a gamble. When it works, it really works. But when it doesn't, it can put you in a hole that you might have to spend the whole rest of your speech trying to climb out of. So as Han Solo memorably said to Chewbacca in The Empire Strikes Back, "Laugh it up, fuzzball, but proceed with caution and always read the room." So, to wrap it up, a good hook helps draw your listeners in. A good hook puts you in position to win. The killer claim approach gets straight to the topic with no hot sauce or fancy condiments on top of it. Another type of hook which can hit with impact is if you introduce your speech with an interesting fact. Or if you have a story which could really intrigue us, then starting with the story could make us believers. Another cool hook which can get us invested is if you start your speech asking the audience a question. And finally, if you want our interest provoked, if it works just right, you can begin with a joke. For instance, why are pirates such good speech writers? 'Cause they always have a handy hook. That one needs work.